What's up, poker players? Hope you guys are out there killing it on the tables. In today's video, we are going to continue reviewing sessions from over the last month, starting with this 4,700 hand session, winning $29 at a very good win rate of 12.3 big blinds per 100. Let's jump right into the hands. The biggest hand of the session came with this one. We are playing pocket kings from the big blind at the 200 NL table. We have one player posting in under the gun +1. This player puts in a min raise. There literally could be any two cards in this player's range right now. We can see that they are very recreational. When entering a pot, you usually want to be raising. So after this post, this player puts in a min raise and it folds all the way around to us. We of course are going to be putting in a 3-bet here and we make it 16 to go. Want to make it expensive, especially from a player playing 88% VPIP. Chances are that they are not going to be folding to a 3-bet here. So let's try to maximize our win by getting the most money in the pot here while we are in the lead. And we do get a call. We see a flop of 8 high. This is a board that's actually a little bit scary with our pocket kings, but I see that this player does not have very much post-flop aggression and is very willing to call down. So I continuation bet and put $20 in the pot here, almost 2/3 pot, and our opponent raises $160, putting us in a very tough spot here. But against this type of opponent, I think kings are going to be good the majority of the time. This is a pretty crazy play, but if they really wanted me to think about it, this is the kind of play you want to make. I want to bet this much. You can get the same effect by betting $70, $90 less than what this player did, but just by recognizing that this player is very recreational, I do put the rest of my chips in. They make a call. They have a straight draw. We are a 67% favorite, but not when that 5 comes on the turn, and we wind up losing this pot of $401. Once again, we're at the 200 NL table. This time we have ace king playing from the big blind. JJ just money min raises, and we are putting in a 3-bet, make it $14 to go, and we get a call. There's $29 in the pot pre-flop, and we wind up flopping top 2, a very strong hand for us. I check because I see high fold percentages and high bet percentages, so let's try to capitalize on this player's bet tendencies. We are almost always in the lead here with top 2, and we get a bet of 1/3 pot. I make a call here, not to give away the value of our hand quite yet. 8 of spades comes on the turn. That card hits a couple of the draws out there, and we get a bet of $15 this time. Just make a call, and the deuce of clubs comes on the river, and now we jam all in. I don't think this is the best play to make. We probably get called by some aces, but that's really about it for hands that we beat. I think the best play here is to check and try to induce some bluffs that could be in our opponent's range. By betting, we don't give them the opportunity to put money in the pot with weaker hands, and we do wind up getting called by a set of 6s, which is pretty much just a cooler on this flop, but I think we probably could have gotten out of this one cheaper by checking the river. I think there was a mistake in our play with the river jam here. Now we have pocket 4s at the 100 NL table. We open to $3. We get a call from the hijack. We get a call from the button, the small blind, and 4 of us see a flop, which is queen high, 2-tone, 2 diamonds out there. We have bottom set. I could see betting in this spot as well with 4 of us in the pot. Chances are that someone got a piece of this flop somewhere. It does check all the way around, and the 9 of hearts comes on the turn. Now there are even more draws out there, and we are most likely in the lead here. So we bet $7. I'd like a little bit bigger bet than $7 here. I'd like to make it $9 or $9.50, maybe $10, and we get a check raise. I think a lot of the times this is going to be a draw, and our opponent pretty much pot committed themselves by betting this much here. I think the correct play would just be to jam all in here and realize our equity with this set, but I do just call, putting in a tricky play against a regular player. Not the worst play. I think when we jam all in, our opponent, who is a regular player, can probably sniff out what kind of hand we have, either being making a very strong draw or a very strong made hand. The 8 of clubs comes on the river, and our opponent jams all in. And we, of course, are going to be calling here with bottom set. The only hand that got there would be a Jack 10, most likely a Jack 10 of either diamonds or hearts. In a raised pot, I don't see an offsuit Jack 10 making a call pre-flop here. So we do make the call, and we are up against 2 pair, and we take down this pot of $204. And now we have ace king offsuit playing from the small blind. Steph Curry opens in under the gun +1, makes it $6. We get 2 calls to his left, and we're putting in a 3-bet here, make it 28 to go. Middle position jams all in for the remaining $74 in their stack. Only 52 for us to make a call into a pot of $122. We should be making this call 100% of the time with ace king, especially against a recreational player. Not much info on this player, but we do make the call. Up against pocket deuces, wind up hitting 2 aces on the flop, and we take down this pot of 171. Essentially a coin flip pre-flop. I wouldn't be making a jam in this spot with the deuces unless you can put me on exactly the hand that I have. Ace king once again from the big blind at the 200 NL table for this hand. A little bit short-handed, 7 of us dealt into this pot. Vegetables aren't yummy. Opens for $5, 2.5x. We are going to be putting in a 3-bet, make it 18 to go, and we get a call from Vegetables. Vegetables is a very regular player. I'm sure you guys have seen him in more than a couple of these videos. Flop is queen high, 2-tone, 2 spades on the board. We have the king of spades giving us the backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, as well as 2 overcards. Just check on this flop. Vegetables checks as well. 3 of clubs comes on the turn, putting in a delayed continuation bet of $20 here. Hopefully just picking up this pot right here against a hand like ace jack or a small pair that could be folding, thinking that we have a strong hand here that we slow played on the flop, but we do get a call. The king comes on the river though, which hits our hand and most likely puts us in the lead. So I put in a bet of $44 here. I think this bet could get looked up by a lot of the hands that would be making a call on the turn. A lot of those smaller pairs, putting us on some kind of flush draw or straight draw, and we do get a call, and we take down this pot of $162 with the rivered top pair, top kicker. And now we are playing queen 10 offsuit from the small blind at the 100 NL table. We get a limp from under the gun +2. Pretty recreational, 491 hands. Tight pre-flop, but high VPIP. Just make a call in the small blind, and we see a flop. Wind up flopping top 2 on a very draw-heavy board. The under the gun +2 player bets half pot. We put in a 3-bet here, make it a healthy $6, 4x their bet, and they jam all in. Honestly, the only hand that I am really afraid of right here would be a set of 7s that would limp in this spot, even though you really shouldn't be, but from this type of player, I could see that. I didn't think kings was really in the limp pre-flop range, but from some of these recreational players, they like to do that. I've told you guys this before. I do not advocate that. I always like to be entering pots by raising. When you limp, it gets you in a lot of difficult spots just like this. So in my opinion, we're either against the set of 7s or some kind of big draw, possibly a queen 10 like we have, but since we have that in our hand, it's probably unlikely that they also do. So I do make the call, and we are up against pocket kings, a 71% favorite on the flop, an 82% favorite with the 4 of spades on the turn, and we take it down when the queen hits on the river, giving us this over $100 pot. Head down to the video description for links to all the poker products that I use, including Hold'em Manager, which you can get a 30-day free trial of. Hold'em Manager is the program I use to review all of my poker sessions as well as my on-table stats. If you are not using Hold'em Manager or Poker Tracker, I highly suggest trying out one of those programs. You can try them out for free by clicking the link down in the video description. Click that subscribe button if you have not done that yet. Turn on your notifications. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you learned something today. Leave those comments or questions down below, and I will be back soon with a new video. But until then, I'll see you guys out on the virtual felt.